Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel and I'm the High Mileage Helper. On this channel, my goal is to be able to help you learn more about the RV transporting industry, as well as give how-to videos for your truck and then give recommendations along the way. So if this is our first time meeting, just consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you get good value. And in today's video, I want to share with you a story of what happened to me at a dealership recently, a matter of a few weeks ago, where I was kind of accused, kind of passive aggressively accused of stealing a power cord from a camper. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. So this all started when I arrived to the dealership. This is a newer dealership. I've never been there before. I don't think they're even, open to the public yet. They might now, be at this point, but they brand new parking lot. They had probably over 100 brand new units just all sitting there in the rows, the outskirts in their back lot, and I pulled around the side. I had called before, of course. Call before you show up, and find out, what's going on. Where do you want me to go? So they told me where to go. So I went to the back. I got the paperwork. I walked over to the garage bays, and they already had a few units in there doing stuff. And I walked over to the guy. Said, "Hey, got a new unit." And so they said, "Oh, the guy's in the bathroom. He'll be out in a minute." Okay, cool. So I went back to the truck. I'm getting on my gloves to disconnect everything because at this point, the distribution bars and everything gets really dirty and the chains and everything. So I just put on gloves at this point because I'm tired of having to wipe off my hands all the time. So I start taking care of that stuff. The guy comes over and a second person comes over as well, assuming, being trained how to do this or whatnot. This guy seemed, the person in charge seemed to be either a manager or the owner or something to that effect. Just by the way he carried himself and talked about their whole operation. And so he came over, gave him the paperwork. He started doing the inspection. I disconnected. I had asked him, "Hey, is this where you want me to drop it off? Do you want me to put it somewhere else? Where do you want me at?" And so he had said that right here is just fine. No problem. So I had dropped it, but I was still connected to power so that he could run the slide outs, do everything, and take care of that. I believe I had supplied my own battery. It was not a unit that already had a battery on there. And so I'm just waiting for him to finish up. Well, as he completes the process, as a last item on the list that he looks for was the power cord. And so he couldn't find it, evidently. So he came over as I'm just kind of standing there, just kind of twiddling my thumbs, waiting. And it wasn't that very long, but he came over to me and asked, "Hey, did you see the power cord?" I said, "No, I didn't go inside. I didn't open up the unit at all. The keys were in the water heater. Like, no, I didn't see it." So he's like, "Well, I couldn't find it. And every single unit that I've had up until now has had the power cord." And he just kind of went, "Huh." Like I'm supposed to answer at why he can't find the power cord. And I said, "Well, let's, check it over again. Look at every compartment. I've seen power cords in the oven, in the fridge, under the bed, under the bench for the little dining table or whatever." I mean, they put those power cords and packet paper packets all over the place. So I offered help. I went in. At this point, the other person was no longer there. I don't know, he disappeared at one point, but so we both went into the unit and we're both looking. We tore the place apart just about. Could not find that power cord. And so afterwards, he's standing there. He's like, "Huh, have you ever seen that? How often is there not a power cord?" And the way I took that was, he was asking because it's a brand new dealership. Maybe he hasn't worked at a different dealership before. He doesn't know there are sometimes things missing. Um, I've actually recently just had a battery missing out of the battery box, like altogether. Like, whoa, that's a first for me. But basically, he had asked me, have you ever seen anything like this? And I'm like, to be honest, like 3 or 4 years ago, it used to be pretty bad. At this point, from when whoever's checking in the unit will ask me, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? It's not as bad now as it used to be. It used to be, it seems, at least to me, it seems like it used to be every other one or every, 1 in 4 or something like that, when they would even say something to me about it, where the power cord just wouldn't be there. And most other dealerships, when whoever's checking in the unit, when they would, ask me, hey, did you see a power cord? No, I didn't. I didn't look inside. I didn't do anything. Unless there's a light or something going on, I'm not going to get in there and mess with anything. I'm not going to chance anything like that. So they really don't, they're really not that shocked by a power cord being gone. Usually people's responses are, oh, okay, I'll write it down. And so that's what I told them. I said, it used to be much worse, but it's not as bad now. But, yeah, it's definitely been a problem before. Power cords, there's been TVs, like I said, the battery, that's more recent, where that was all together missing. There's been like cushions missing, things not put together. Like there's, as you know, probably if you're already in this industry for very, very long, you're probably going to notice some things at the actual check-in where the person's like, what in the world were they thinking? What happened here? What are they doing? Like, is this like a Friday at 5 job? Like, what is going on? So anyway, so I said that to the guy, and he just kind of stares at me and just, And the mood kind of just changed at that point. And I'm like, I can't fix your problem. I don't have your power cord. To be honest, I'm not paid to care. I'm not paid to go inside and do a interior inspection of every little thing. I don't know what to tell you. I got nothing. I didn't say all of this, but I'm just thinking this like, what are we ing for? So he says, okay, well, let's go to the office. We'll get the paperwork signed and get you out of here. Okay, alrighty. I'll disconnect power. Got in my truck, drove around to the front, and went inside. It was very, very hot. I'll say that. It was very, very hot. I came in, and I'm huffing and puffing, already just drenched in sweat again. It was on the asphalt in the back. It was real. So I come in sweating. He came on the side door kind of a thing and offered me to get some water, cold water. It was great. Very refreshing. And so we walked all the way to the back counter. And as I get to the counter, he is already filling out the paperwork. There was a guy in the other the receptionist, whatever, at the raised counter or whatever, as he's filling it out. And so as I'm taking a drink of water, he says, yeah, this driver wanted the power cord. So so basically I just let him take it. I think that's the exact quote that he said. He wanted the power cord. So I just said, you can just have it. And he's not laughing. He's not smiling. I'm facing him as he is facing down on the desk. And I start laughing as I have water in my mouth. I'm literally like, I am chuckling. I'm laughing because that's funny to me. That's a joke. I would never ask for a power cord. I would never take a power cord. So I'm laughing. So as I'm laughing and now choking, trying to hold it in without spitting on the receptionist behind the desk, He he stops what he's doing. He turns to me and he says, now we've got him all choked up. He's still dead serious. And from the tone of his voice from outside to that comment that he made inside, the way I interpreted that was that the mood definitely changed, absolutely, but it was more of an accusatory, waiting for me to give an answer because I'm held responsible to a certain degree somehow. As I stopped choking and laughing at his what I thought was joke, I then start to put the pieces together, and again, this might just be me. I don't know, but as I am, able to control, I swallow the water. I'm standing there, and I'm thinking, this guy, actually, I think he thinks I stole a power cord from a camper. He's never seen, thinking back to what he had said before, he has never seen a camper not come with a power cord. I have told him my experience is that I've seen many campers without power cords, now one battery, like TVs, cushions, things not bolted down, things broken inside because they weren't secured, they weren't bolted down, all sorts of things like that. He's never seen any of that. He's only seen what he has seen. Nothing against him, but he doesn't know what he doesn't know. He hasn't seen what he hasn't seen. So I'm thinking, short of saying, hey, this seems like we're, going to a new territory of, there might be a question in your mind. If there is a question in your mind of me, having taken a power cord or something, we can call the police and search my truck or something if you'd like, knock yourself out kind of a thing. Like, short of doing that, which may not solve the problem in his mind, or maybe I'm way overthinking it. Let me know down in the comments below if you think I'm still overthinking it. But I don't know how I would prove that I didn't take the power cord, because everything is stacking up that this is a one-time unicorn experience that he's ever seen. And I'm saying, oh yeah, this used to happen all the time. Da, 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 da. And I'm thinking, oh my word. Like, he now thinks I was joking about it, and he caught me, and all sorts of thoughts of like that. Like, wait, what? What is going on right now? Like, I literally did not know what to say. I stood there as my eyes kind of got bigger and bigger, and I'm just thinking, I got nothing. He pushed over the paperwork, continued to say nothing. The receptionist, he didn't say anything. I filled out the paperwork. He pushed over the paperwork to me after the copy of the dealer acceptance form, and didn't say another word. I said, okay, thank you so much. And I walked out. I thought about calling Synergy, saying, hey, just so you know, if you're, as a heads up or something, I don't even know how to explain it to them. Like, what? I don't even know. So, I walked out, and I just sat in my truck for 5 or 10 minutes just thinking, is there anything I could have done? I'm not here to waste my time. I know I didn't steal anything. I also don't need to waste my time for however long to go way, in my opinion, go way out of my way to like call the police and have them search my vehicle or something to hopefully try to prove and show that I didn't take anything. But all of this, I'm just thinking, there's no good way out of this. There's no decent way out of this. This is just an absolute mess. It could all be in my mind. Maybe I am overthinking it. But the way he said things, and then just how things played out, I'm like, whoa. I don't know what to do with this. This is new. This is definitely new. So since then, I've just thought of a few possibilities, things maybe that could have happened differently. I've also had a few suggestions from some other people that I've talked to about it. Number one, thinking through it, most of these I think are overkill, in my opinion. But when you arrive to a unit in the lot at whatever company you're with, bring like a camera and record you hooking up to the trailer. Maybe even open the compartments to see if the power cord's there to confirm it. If you can't find it in those things, at least you have some video evidence. Again, I don't really plan on going on the interior, but maybe stick your head in and take some pictures around to see if the power cord's there that way. In a way to try to verify in any possible way. I feel like anything else is pretty just ridiculous. I'm not paid enough to care about the interior, regardless of what's going on inside, on the interior. Short of a light, I think there was one time a generator or something was making a whole bunch of noise. I did go into one unit and turn off whatever it was that was making a fan or something like that was on. But I don't want to risk going into any unit for anything unless I absolutely have to. It's going to be a DOT issue. They're going to pull me over for having a light on, wondering if there's people inside while I'm going down the road or something because there's a light. I don't know. Doing a video camera GoPro type thing or with your phone or something, actually walking through and, taking pictures of what you can, a video or pictures, or even try to have maybe the guard, if your company has a guard at the, shack at the entrance, maybe have them help you or look through that or something, some way, somehow, to verify anything. Oh yeah, I didn't see this. Okay. Could you sign this to, I don't know. I'm just shooting from the hip, but, I don't know of a way to really prove much of anything. And the truth is, should be innocent until proven guilty, but in this particular case, I mean, it just looks horrible. And I have a clear conscience. I wish he could just know that I really didn't take it, but I'm just, oh man, it's just, it's a stupid situation. And I've never experienced this in 6+ years now. Hundreds, not 1,000, but definitely hundreds of dealerships around the country. I've never seen or heard of anything like this. And I never got a call from Synergy about it. There was nothing directed towards my bond account. They didn't hit me for that. I never got an email. I think my information is on the form, so maybe they could have, contacted me directly or something. I don't know, on the driver form and stuff. But yeah, I was sort of accused, and the tone of voice and everything. I'm telling you, I hope it's just me being paranoid, but this is like out of a movie type of responses going to a certain direction of that's the guy, type of a thing. Really, really accusing. So, nothing has happened of it since. I hope it doesn't happen to you. taking pictures or a video camera or doing these extra steps to verify things inside the camper. That's, in my opinion, maybe I'm bitter about it or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not paid enough to care of anything on the inside. I'm paid to secure and be safe out on the road, to confirm the delivery, to make sure there's no driver damage, to follow my legal rules for DOT, to deliver the unit. What's done inside or what hasn't been done or what's missing inside is not my problem. As soon as I get paid more, I'll do a full inventory or something. Like, that's sure. That's just not my problem. So I don't want to come across as, really, really upset, but I'm just like, I wish I cared enough to help you. I know I didn't do anything wrong. You seemingly think I'm wrong, but whatever. So, that's the story. That's the deal. Every other, check-in person at a dealership, whenever it has happened, it does not happen in quite a while. Like 3 or 4 years ago, it used to be bad. People were just like, oh, I'll write it down. We'll, contact the manufacturer and get reimbursed for it or whatever that would be. But it has not been as bad. So I would actually think the last couple years we would have even more of that with part shortages and other things. I haven't really seen that. Maybe you have. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you seen more and more items missing or things not put together fully, or they're pushing them out so quickly, or without the parts actually in place, that they're just not fully assembled by the time they get to you as the driver. So let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if I'm paranoid. Maybe this has happened to you. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. I just don't know what to really do in this kind of a situation. It's very odd to me. I don't care enough to have to prove my innocence of showing up with a video camera to pick up the camper to do a full interior inspection, to verify that the power cable was there or not there when I first arrived. Like, give me a break. So anyways, hopefully this was entertaining or, caution to the future for you. I don't know. If you can verify stuff is there or not, as soon as you get to the yard, great. If not, I don't know what to tell you. So weird deal for me. I hope it doesn't happen again. I'm curious in the future if I go back to that dealership and I drop off another camper and that guy's still doing this job. If he was the manager and he's just, whatever, making sure all the brand new units are good or, whatever. I'm really curious to see if I go back and I ask and be like, hey, so have you ever had anything missing when new units show up? And if I hear, oh, well, yeah, sometimes if I hear that, I'll basically just know that I was the first person in like 100 units to not have which I'm shocked. I'm shocked that they went 100 units without missing anything. I'm blown away by that. And I told them that at the very beginning or whatever, but, we're talking on two different galaxies. We're both shocked at each other, and there's no way to really reconcile that until he just finds out in the future, or that company, or that dealership finds out, yeah, it does happen more than zero. So maybe that one guy wasn't stealing a power cord. Like, come on, dude. So anyways, hopefully you have a great day today. Stay safe, guys, and God bless.